Hello and welcome to Out of Our Box. I'm Ricky and I'm here with my co-host, a very good friend, Aaron. How are you?
I'm all good, thanks, man. You?
Very good, thank you very much. Today we have a very exciting episode about everything extraterrestrial. Files that I'm sure everyone's heard about so far in the news and social media and everywhere you look are coming out allegedly. So, without further ado, shall we get into it?
Yeah, definitely.
The 2026 landscape has shifted from if to when. We are no longer looking at fringe theories. We are looking at a structured legal declassification process, the Immaculate Constellation. This is the crown jewel of the recent leaks. Unlike previous programs that were loosely organized, Immaculate Constellation is alleged to be the parent Unacknowledged Special Access Program, USAP for short. These files contain multi-sensored data, high definition thermal imagery, sonar pings, and undersea fast movers. The radar tracks that show objects dropping from 80,000 feet to sea level in less than a second.
Insane.
So where have all these been for the last well, since the 60s, I suppose.
Yeah, I guess the biggest and first was probably Roswell, wasn't it?
Hmm.
So that sort of set the ball rolling, and then that Roswell, New Mexico is literally just made it's a tourist destination for people who like, believe in UFOs. They've got UFO, they've even got UFO themed McDonald's.
Yeah. And the theories from that incident and that surround it just go on, and it gets deeper and deeper, and you could speak about them for, I'm sure, hours and hours
Oh
from
yeah.
from the engineering, reverse engineering of crafts to alleged biological matter.
Yeah, yeah. It goes any which way you want to follow it, really, doesn't it?
It does, but under the 2026 National Defense Authorization Act, the Safe Harbor Clause has expired. This means whistleblowers who were previously terrified of prosecution for breaking NDAs are now flooding all domain and they are giving their testimonies. It's crazy. So, whatever act they had before that was stopping them from talking, that's all gone now since 2006.
Yeah, it. I don't really understand why there was like a sort of what they call it, a statute of limitations on it, but there's definitely a whole lot more of it in the media now, and people used to get discredited. They'd be like, "Oh, they were never in the army, they were never this, they were never that," and then now it's people that are still currently serving that are saying stuff on camera. While it may not be the smoking gun that you actually want to hear, and because they're obviously still bound by all of the top secrets classifications and stuff like that. But it's still definitely more out there now than there has ever been.
No, absolutely. And it says something for them to put those orders into place to stop people from speaking, doesn't it? It's sort of
Yeah, yeah,
in from us, the outside world looking in, it looks like they're trying to cover up something.
yeah.
That's my conspiracy hat put on.
The Roswell, New Mexico was a swamp gas. It was a weather balloon.
Yeah. Now we are seeing the first batch of documents from the 1940s and 50s that were previously lost. These include internal memos from the Atomic Energy Commission discussing UAP interference at nuclear assembly plants, which is very interesting as well. And I think got some questions later about them nuclear assembly plants
Mm.
and things, but it's strange how UFOs, UAPs, whatever you want to call them these days, they seem to surround these nuclear plants.
Yeah, or army bases.
Yeah,
You see, anywhere with sort of a high level of technology.
yeah, very odd. This is the most controversial part of the current disclosure. The files are being prepared for release, and it just aren't just about ships, they are about occupants as well.
Mm. Non-human biological matter, I think that's what they call it.
It's bloody crazy. Show me the aliens.
Yeah, I've been waiting for a long time.
The government is under immense pressure to confirm the existence of biological remains recovered from crash sites. The 2006 files are expected to include DNA sequences results that, if rumored to be true, do not match any known evolutionary tree on Earth.
Yeah, which would be a very big thing.
Big thing. It would be groundbreaking, and all those people that were called crazies would be
Yeah,
vindicated, wouldn't they, in some sense?
yeah, or they definitely feel like they would be.
Absolutely. And yeah, on upon the release of the files, there's just some things that thought provoking if or when they do get released. If the 2006 file release confirms we are sharing the planet with a vastly superior intelligence, does our current political and social bickering become irrelevant? And how do we redefine humanity?
You think it would do, wouldn't you?
You would.
Um, there was a comedian who had a bit like that. It's like talking about how the whole of the country, like if you break it down into like football fans and stuff like that, it's like, well, yeah, I support this team, you support that team, and then as you work further up, you'll be like, oh, well, we're Southern, you're Northern, and then it's like, oh, well, we're from England, and then you're from America, and then it'll be obviously turned into a sort of thing. Well, we're actually human. So you think it would be a uniting force like that?
It would. Yeah, discovering a superior intelligence would make our current fights look like toddlers arguing over a toy in the middle of
Yeah.
a hurricane, forcing us to stop seeing ourselves as the masters of the universe and start seeing ourselves as one single species in a bigger, ever-expanding universe full of life.
With one of the things when I was researching all of this, the one of the theories I've seen that the Americans after Roswell had contact with aliens through that in exchange for testing on humans that they were given access to superior technology which other people didn't have access to, and then people were conflating that with the birth of the stealth fighters and stuff like that. This is all using technology that lots of other countries still really don't have access to. Most of the world don't have stealth bombers.
The flighting technology and the speed of it since the 60s, especially in
Yeah,
America, and lots to come out of there. It is, if you look back, it is eye-opening.
yeah. I mean, the space race with Russia and all of the stuff like that is like they seem to propel themselves very quickly over a short amount of time.
Yeah, it is a very interesting coincidence that
Yeah.
that happens, and it sort of gets covered. Not sort of, it does get covered up very quickly, and
Yeah.
no normal person or person in the public has ever been allowed to step foot on it again. And from then, technology goes at a faster pace than ever before.
Yeah, exactly. And then even down to stuff like weaponry. I think it was Trump who said recently, he's like, we've got weapons that no one even knows about, and stuff like EMP and talking about a sound weapon that can completely disable people. It's like, where's that come from? Why has no one else been able to see
Yeah,
this?
why haven't they? Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't dispute they've got weapons that we don't know of. I think they're probably years in front of us with technology.
Yeah, yeah. They definitely seem to be.
If these objects have been hovering over our nuclear silos since the 1960s, why haven't they intervened in our wars? Are they protectors, or are they just making sure we don't destroy laboratory.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's always been one of the biggest theories, right? And is the Anunnaki theory is like a spacefaring race that sort of use us as a type of slave race without us knowing. So you would think, seeing as there doesn't seem to be any like widespread war with these potential aliens, you'd think it would be seen as more of a protector rather than an outward threat. But given the size of the galaxy, who knows? It may only be the only ones that have come here so far that aren't a threat.
It's possible, yeah. That's definitely true. Yeah, because there's many ancient civilizations that tell the story of beings coming down from the heavens or sky.
Pretty much all of them, right?
Yeah, pretty. There's a story in each one. I think the biggest one that revolves around all of it was ancient Sumeria. With
Yeah,
yeah, that I mean their story. I think there's lots of places like in Africa, but I think there's one in the Congo as well that have a similar story. But their thing is coming down to Earth and creating a race out of the Neanderthals that wasn't there because there's a massive skip in evolution as well,
yeah,
and
yeah,
it's all around that same time that allegedly this was meant to happen. There was a massive skip in evolution. But every religious text, all religious books have got exactly the same story. It's like, I think the Bible have got the Book of Enoch,
yeah,
and yeah, I think the Vedas they talk about the Vimanu coming down, and it's the same thing. They might be, but they've got a creation myth involving things coming down from the skies anyway. It's very interesting. And then you got the most recent one was Zechariah Sitchin's theory
yeah,
that that I think the Anunnaki come from that, and that they come down, created us to mine gold in
yeah. That was it.
on Earth to because their planet Nibiru was their atmosphere was dying and
Yeah,
they needed gold for the thing. And it's weird because gold is not to this Earth. Gold it's from the
yeah,
skies. It's not naturally
yeah.
made on this Earth. It's very strange.
Yeah, one of the other things I was reading up about the Mars comet theory about life being descended from a comet brought from Mars, the potential of that being a failed civilization due to the destruction of the atmosphere.
Yeah, definitely possible. I think that panspermia or whatever they call it.
Yeah,
I think that is the word that from different planets. I think that's a good thing. I mean, you look at Mars. There is evidence of some thing that happened there, or there's evidence of a planet that was thriving at one time.
yeah. Well, we won't know until we can get there.
Yeah, you never know, but this is true. But you never know.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe someday. Well, they're going to the moon again soon, aren't they, next year?
Yes, yes, I heard that going to the moon. Well, would you maybe not again?
Yeah. What do you mean? You believe in the moon?
You believe it? Yeah, that's it. Well, it's there, but still. Does it ring when you go on it?
Yeah.
But yeah, we won't get to the moon theory. That's for entirely another show. But yes, they might just be environmentalists
Yeah.
who don't care who wins or fights, as long as we don't blow up the planet they are studying.
Well, the nuclear thing as well is like obviously we're predominant users of jet engines, which are obviously they're limited by the size and the fuel and the speed that they can travel at. And you'd think if something like the UAPs that you see moving around and turning instantly would be using a different source of fuel and
Yeah,
could potentially be nuclear energy, I guess.
yeah, possibly, possibly, maybe something that we've no comprehension of yet.
Well, we're using nuclear powered submarines, so
Yeah,
it's like,
but
but they're not quite
dropping,
the same.
but yeah, dropping 80,000 feet in a second or turning like the way the videos you've seen,
Yeah,
alleged
they seem to
UFOs.
stop in an instant,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
and then move the other way and go. It's nothing that we can do that we've seen in our own technology yet.
no.
If the DNA sequences mentioned in the upcoming files don't match anything on the tree of life, Are we prepared for the religious, societal, and cultural collapse that follows? What happens to our belief systems? Do they stay the same?
I would expect a lot of religious people to just discount it completely, or just put it down to a creation. Like,
Yeah,
uh,
but it's a creation that isn't mentioned in their
anyway,
religions,
yeah,
in their books, in their scripture. Lots of religious sectors and people will find things in a book and try and make something out of it that
yeah,
oh look this, the definition of it, or yes they'll take it right, but I think it does affect the whole religious and cultural spectrum.
yeah, and I think that's potentially one of the reasons why, if it is true, it's one of the reasons why they've held back from trying to release so much
Yeah,
all at once, because it could completely destabilize whole regions of the earth, I guess. Think of how many places there are with such devout faith and religion.
yeah,
Having something like that completely blow something open, if they were to believe it, could unsettle huge regions of the world.
it could unsettle big regions, but it could make good as well on some
Yeah,
things, you know. I mean, it could, because whatever you think about religion, good or bad, it's not really relevant, but it things like that can divide people. It can,
yeah,
and
and it does.
yeah, it does. And if I don't know, if everybody's got some common thing, but they still have to pray, but they've got one common outlook, it could bring people more together.
Yeah, it's probably what the world needs more than anything.
Does it make humans or our life more insignificant?
Slightly, I
Because
would say. Yeah.
our outlook, I think, even though I think many people that you speak to will go, "Oh, the universe is huge, and there's probably something out there, or there must be something out there." But in our minds, because we've never seen it or heard it or done it, I think we're probably subconsciously think that we are the owners of this domain.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
and then there's nothing else that can bother us,
No.
and having something else that could potentially be not only smarter but more advanced could
Yeah.
be a big problem.
It could be. Yeah. Finding DNA that doesn't fit our family tree would likely force religions to go through a software update where
Yeah,
they stop seeing humans as the only special project and start looking at life in a much bigger universal system.
or did people start to see them as a god?
This is true. Well, this is another interesting theory because all, as we said, the ancient religions with things coming, well, that spoke about things coming down. There was regions of the world in World War Two where helicopters landed on their on their
Yeah,
islands, and then the people fled. But when the helicopters went away, they worshipped it and they built
yeah,
replicas of helicopters. You
yeah,
know,
exactly.
and they worshipped it.
I mean, there's still a few well, the uncontacted tribes still out there. Yeah, imagine that. And UFO dropping down on there. You've not even
Or
seen a big screen TV before.
maybe if they are much more advanced than us, and I mean, it doesn't say you got to meet an alien. It says there might be biological. It doesn't say
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
there's a live one kicking up and down and got to be walking down your street next week.
yeah,
But if there is, and if there is contact, or they do contact us, maybe they've got answers to our questions. Maybe they're more advanced than they know.
yeah, exactly. For something to be able to travel at potentially the speed of light, they've got to be a bit more advanced than we are because we can't get there.
Yeah, this is true. Or maybe they just put their technology in different ways instead of. I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
Maybe they didn't make nuclear bombs to kill each other. Maybe they
yeah,
actually thought about it and said, right,
yeah.
we want to look at the universe. We want to spend time on something doing very productive.
Did you watch there was a new show on Apple with Rhea Seehorn, and it's made by the guy Vince Gillian who made Breaking Bad, and that was about like they're essentially like a biological alien that comes to the Earth, and then it basically just puts everyone there who didn't die into like a single neural entity, so they all think exactly the same, and they're essentially like being controlled by a big computer, basically. But there was like seven people who they couldn't change. Really good.
No, I've not seen that. It sounds good.
It's worth a go, yeah.
So,
A pluribus, it's called, yeah, pluribus.
pluribus.
Yeah.
If you were an advanced intelligence looking at us today, our wars, our waste, our wonder, would you choose to make contact or would you keep the windows rolled up?
Who knows how hostile we could be?
This is true. So, if you are studying and looking at us, I mean, possibly, possibly, but it would be like us looking at some other creature or studying something. Would you, if they were very violent and what we've done, you might do, but you would do it with caution.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, nations back in the day, obviously in the like the 1400s or whatever, used to look at fellow humans from another land and be look
This
to
is
take
true.
advantage of them.
This is true.
But we don't know if that's just strictly a product of human ego and
Yeah,
maybe something another a potential life form may not have that same drive to conquer.
that's true as well. Absolutely, it is true. Yeah, our genetic makeup and what we do could be very different to something else's genetic makeup.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. Yeah, maybe if I was an intelligence, I would probably, I don't know, keep the windows rolled up and just watch it
Yeah.
from the driveway.
Yeah, just to make sure.
Yeah.
Especially with all these like air defenses and something like that. All it takes is something to get misidentified, and all of a sudden someone shot a rocket off without thinking. It's like, oh shit, we fucking killed him. Didn't even know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oops.
I just shot Marvin in the face,
Yeah,
mate.
yeah. That would be typical of the human
Yeah,
race. It would.
to absolutely fuck up without knowing.
That's it. Friendly fire. It happens all too often. Yes. For decades, we were told that sensors weren't good enough to catch clear images. If the Immaculate Constellation files prove we've had 4K multi-structural footage since 2017, how can we ever trust the Department of Defense or any other national security anywhere in the world?
Yeah, this is the one that I find increasingly bullshit because everyone's got a high-powered camera in their hand at all times
Yeah.
now. And then why is everything always so fucking grainy?
Yeah, everything's recorded on a potato.
Yeah, yeah,
It is. This is true. I think it is sort of a running joke in every walk of life when there's like someone releases. Oh, there's even ghosts or fucking
yeah, yeah.
like you got aliens or whatever. Oh, new footage, and it's like yeah, people got better
Yeah,
cameras on their phones
everything's
10
always
years ago.
overexposed. Yeah, it's like
Yeah, yeah,
I
it's
get
true.
that obviously it's a bit maybe you'd be rushed or you like you can't quite believe what you're seeing and you just snap in and it's gone. But then I noticed the other day when I was at a gig the other day and I was taking a picture of the stage and I could see it brilliantly from where I was, and as soon as I took the picture of it, I was like, that looks nowhere near what I can see through my eyes. And this, so obviously, there's the setting and stuff does degrade it, but with the amount of cameras there are everywhere now, you think you'd be picking up much better stuff than we do.
But yeah, but cameras and obviously military aircraft and military things that are probably recorded all the time now.
Yeah,
I'm assuming they've got, I don't know, cameras everywhere, and you think they'll be recording all the time. And I think lots of the footage they have comes from military aircrafts.
yeah. One of the most impressive ones I ever see was from fighter jet, wasn't it?
That's
And
it, yeah.
they're essentially just following this. Well, it looks like a ball, doesn't it? It was like
Yeah.
an oval, and it's
Well,
just flying around everywhere.
or even just normal flights. It's, I don't know if they record stuff or I'm not too sure
Yeah, I
if
don't think they
what.
record video. A lot of flight tracking is all radar, isn't it? So
Yeah, I suppose so. It's already done. Yeah, but yes, if we share this planet with non-human intelligence, what happens to the human ego on Monday morning? Do we go back to work?
I wouldn't.
Or does the global economy stall as everyone realise we are no longer the main characters of this planet?
I would assume that the way of life as everyone knows it would change pretty much instantly.
It would change, but would we still head to work because um, the shock not being the number one thing that we want to do? Does it? The whole thing does not pay the rent or put food on the table.
No,
Would
no,
it?
that is true.
Would I mean?
I don't think my boss would be very happy if I called up saying I ain't coming in because the aliens are on Monday.
I wouldn't even say, just ring up and go,
Yeah,
aliens. And put
it's over.
just one word, aliens. They would know.
Yeah,
But yeah, the the impact on humanity, I think probably that's one of the biggest things to take out of this whole releasing of the files or learning about extraterrestrial intelligence. I think it's just the impact on every aspect of our lives.
yeah. Well, I would assume just based on human history is like humans would try and find a way to make this their own personal gain in any way that they can.
And yeah, and
Like using technology because oh there's an asteroid before that was filled with diamonds, right? It's like
that's it. Yeah,
trillions and trillions of dollars worth of diamonds, but to another race, diamonds could be the least coveted
yeah,
thing in the world.
exactly. Well, yeah, most things are only worth what we put on
A
them,
value
if you
to,
know what I mean.
yeah.
Yeah, we put a
And
value
it's
to.
normally down to scarcity, yeah. So
Yeah,
because there's only a finite amount of gold and there's only a finite amount of oil, allegedly.
yeah, yeah. Very allegedly. But yeah, so yeah, as I said, I think that's the biggest thing to take away from it is what happens after we know. That's
Yeah.
the the wonder and who takes it for themselves and who makes off it because you know so does the real thing of it if it is a real entity or thing. There'll be lots of people around the world imposter in it. Lots of
Oh
imposters.
yeah,
There'll be
yeah.
people in suits making money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean that's happened forever. Huh?
Oh no, but if they actually know, there would be. Oh, I've got this in my basement. I've had this for 60 years and I didn't know what it was.
Yeah. It'll be like going back to the Wild West.
Yeah, it will be. But yeah, very interesting conversation. And I think we will put a pin in it because I think when the files do come out, we'll have to keep up with it and do many more episodes about aliens.
Yeah, because the whole reason that we even spoke about it was because Obama said something on a podcast about
Because,
aliens being real, and then the guy didn't follow up with a question at all. It's like, what are you doing?
yeah.
And then, and then Trump afterwards was like, hey, Obama's admitted that aliens are real, so now I've got to release the files. It's like, and then conveniently went to a war with Iran.
That's it. Yeah. After going to Venezuela and getting their oil,
Yeah,
so they don't need Iran's no more.
yeah,
It's
very fortunate.
yeah. But yes, yes, we will definitely get back to this because it's very interesting. And I mean, I'll say when it's released, but um,
Yeah,
it,
hopefully, when not if.
yes, absolutely. Um, cool. Until next time.
Sweet. See you later.
See ya.